Probate. It can be costly, it can be very time consuming, and it can be extremely stressful for families. Today, I'm with the very experienced estate planning attorney, Deidre Von Rock of Von Rock Law in San Francisco, who's going to explain what probate is, why people try to avoid it, and the steps that you can take to protect your loved ones. Now, so Deidre, I mean, we've all heard of probate. You've got a particular way of describing it. Could you just explain that and what actually happens during probate?
I do, yes. It's important to understand that probate is a noun and a verb, right? Probate is a department in the superior court that deals with issues of capacity. So if one loses capacity during lifetime to care for themselves, and the distribution of assets after death. So the Superior Court is comprised of a number of these departments. You may be familiar with family law, divorce court, right? Probate court can often be like divorce court for the dead, because you end up there when your estate planning wasn't done well, or if you have disputes among family members. Okay. Probate is also a verb. So once you're in probate court, you go through the probate process. You might hear someone is doing probate or in probate. That's what that means. And what that is when you did not have a proper estate planning in place and your survivors need to go to petition the court to ask the court to decide, based on the existing probate laws, where your assets are going to go and how they're going to get there. It's an extremely long process. The courts in most states, California in particular, very impacted. So a full probate tends to take a minimum of 1 year. 2 years is much closer. It's extremely expensive, and the assets are held up the entire time. So it's just really a very poor method of estate planning that if you didn't make a plan, the probate code of your state has a plan for you.
Yes, probate is. I've never heard anybody talk positively about probate, and we work with a lot of estate planning attorneys, and I've heard from multiple different ones that sometimes when someone passes and the proper estate plan hasn't been put in place, the family are going through probate in several different states because the person who passed had properties in different states. So it makes life just unbearable for people. Can everybody avoid probate, or are there situations where it's unavoidable?
It is not unavoidable. Really, if you hold title to your assets in ways that will stay out of probate, then it is completely avoidable. Now, the way that we advocate, particularly if you have an estate worth, say, over $200,000, is holding your assets in trust. Right? If you have a minimal estate, you can do so by holding account titles as joint tenancy or things like that. It is not surefire, but it is possible to avoid probate sometimes with those things.
Yeah, and people need to hear about this because it is very straightforward to avoid probate by just doing a simple bit of planning. So thanks, Deidre, for sharing how families can avoid the headaches of probate. If you want to make sure your estate is handled smoothly, you can speak to Deidre or her team at Von Rock Law. Contact details of the firm are in the description below this video. Deidre, thanks very much again, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks, Dominic.
Bye-bye now.